Good afternoon. This is Thursday, February 8th. This is the Townsend Finance Committee. We're calling the meeting to order at 4:05 p.m. As we have remote members, a roll call attendance is required. If you could-
Gerald Bezikas,
Mark Hussey.
Andrea Wood.
And Don Hayes. That would be 4 members of the Finance Committee. With that, we have a quorum, so we are good to go. This meeting is being recorded and played live on Channel 9. It will be available on the YouTube channel and replayed at various times on Channel 9, the local cable station. Agenda item 1.4, additions or deletions. I have nothing new to delete, although we may have to skip one of the items on the agenda when we get to it, because we may not have a quorum for the vote.
Oh,
It kind of, just,
I know what you, yeah, okay.
For the election.
Yeah.
We have two members and a relative that work the polls, so we want to make sure that we aren't seen as having a conflict in voting for that budget. So we'll take the appropriate actions and move it to a future meeting. That's the only change I have. Does any other members have any additions or deletions you would like at this point?
I do not.
Okay,
or do I?
thank you.
Hello?
That's
Oh, is
Sam.
that it? Oh,
Sam.
we
Uh,
we made
Okay,
it.
Sam here.
Okay, Sam,
Thank
thank you. So,
Oh, that's good. That'd be-
so we'll consider that on the roll call, so we now have total of 5 members.
So you
Thank
will be able to
Yeah.
vote.
Three,
Because
right? 'Cause it
Three, yeah,
makes
I think-
three.
Yeah, it will make 3. We will abstain from that. Okay, good. Okay, sorry, just getting my bearings on this. I have to close, minimize the Zoom window. So I will say, if anybody online needs to get my attention, you need to speak up. I have minimized the viewing window, so I can't see a hand raised on the Zoom call. So, just speak up and interrupt if there's any questions. Or questions, point of order, any.
What room are they gonna meet at tonight in the high school?
Tonight should be a full presentation of their budget.
The auditorium or the?
Probably in the auditorium. We can look at the selectmen meeting agenda.
Is
later.
a Zoom link on that?
I don't know, there is an electronic,
There should be.
I don't think they use Zoom. I think that they.
Oh, whatever it is, there'll be an
Yeah,
electronic.
there'll be
Sure,
an electronic,
connection,
so,
sure, yeah.
We can pull that out.
Yeah.
Or as we're waiting for Kathy, we can go visit it now just to.
Yeah,
Oh,
make
okay,
sure it's up
sure,
and going,
yeah.
sure.
Well, they may be right in the cafeteria. They would be in the cafeteria.
Yeah. First selectmen meeting for tonight. I did not have this information, so it looks like there is a Zoom meeting.
That's for the Board of Selectmen,
Right.
which will include the
Which,
school.
yeah, so
Okay.
when I read so it is a Zoom link and it's attached, so on
Okay.
the calendar, you can get to it.
Sure, I probably got it, well, not this one, but I get it.
And, yeah, it just says at the regional high school. It does-
Fine.
Okay.
Excuse me,
Yeah, door 3,
It-
120.
the Zoom meeting may be for the selectmen's meeting, but the school said that you were required to be there in person, which implies that it's not going to be covered by Zoom.
Well, at the meeting, my Tuesday night, I thought they said there was gonna be a, electronic version.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
Yeah, I think I remember him saying that, so. Hi, Kathy.
Kath?
How's it going?
Good.
We're doing well. So it is there, people can get to it from the calendar section on the town website. And going to hear what the school committee has to say on their budget.
But it doesn't say what room, does it?
It
He
is,
just,
it's
yeah.
at door 3, room 120. The door with all the cars around it. Probably, because I have no idea what door 3. Only been in this
Room
school once.
120. Hmm.
Okay, so that was sort of under the additions and deletions. The work session today is to review the town clerk budgets that have been submitted. I may not have done it in numerical order, but we'll go through them as listed. We have the first one being the town clerk budget itself, which is number 1, account number 160. Sorry, the phone, or online, let me get it called up.
Just looks like normal, but 3% raises, is that what it is?
2 plus 2, I think.
Two plus,
is it? Two
yeah,
plus
two
Yeah,
plus
two,
two, yeah.
2 for the
Yeah.
contract and 2 COLA.
And as far as expenses, yeah,
Not much we
archival
can do about
supplies and
that.
security paper, is that new or
Where?
office supplies? Increased cost in archival supplies and security paper.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not new, but it's gone way up in price.
As is everything.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the toner on my printer was like $250, so there goes almost half of my budget,
Yeah,
just in one toner.
wow.
Just ridiculous.
And of course, postage has increased again.
Yep.
Increase in non-responders, so that means you gotta send it again?
Yeah, yeah, people that don't respond to the
Yeah.
census, if they're voters, we have to send it again.
Yeah.
So get your census in, everybody.
Yeah.
Gonna put
oh,
a
I
plug
did.
in there.
I just gotta do my dog license still.
Uh-oh.
So I know, I'm on the
2
list.
weeks, right?
Yeah, I'll make it.
Okay, so,
I don't see anything crazy in there.
okay, so you've looked at, the expense again. The percentages are up 20% on the office supplies and the postage. Okay. Everything is increasing on those, and equipment maintenance is,
It's all reasonable,
yeah,
as with the salaries.
it's with your printers and copiers, or is that?
You guys lease them, right?
I'm not even sure. I think my printer, they bought it.
Did they?
Yeah, nobody asked me what I
So
wanted.
nobody comes in and does maintenance on, when they do, but we pay a fee.
For the copiers, I believe we have a maintenance agreement on those, but I don't know. Guardian does so much of the stuff that
Mhm.
I'm not sure what
okay,
it
could be
is.
on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
could be part of
they're the
it.
ones that gave me the printer, which I hate. They didn't ask me what I wanted, so,
Printer being different than the copier.
yeah,
The printer
yeah,
in the
printer in
office.
my office.
Yeah.
And I can't even use it because there's something wrong with
Good job.
the wires in the wall or something. I can't even use it.
Oh, so it's connected to the internet?
No, it's the intranet, what is it
Intra,
called?
yeah,
Intranet.
So it's
Yeah,
within the
it's
building.
within the building.
It's
yeah.
within, so I have to print to the copier in the printing,
Yeah.
in the copy room.
Are we gonna vote on these individually, Dawn, or all
I
at
would
once?
vote, I would vote on them, I would recommend voting on them individually.
Okay.
So we can take a look.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to make a recommendation.
Just, one change to be made, if we look at the expense, bottom line, it's, 11,775. And so that's a change from what was initially made. And because, in my estimation, there's a broken link in the document, you'll see that the total reports from the expense sheet that it should be listed in the, on,
Agree,
on the, it should agree, and it should be the 11,775. So it was updated on the total, but it wasn't just updated because it's not.
So on the omnibus, you said?
Not on the omnibus, on the front page.
On the
the
worksheet.
summary-
Yeah,
on the
okay.
summary. If, on the summary, we have the total is right,
Yeah,
so the total.
Oh, but this-
But this wasn't carried from the expense worksheet properly. These two numbers should match.
oh, okay, all right, okay.
So the bottom, let's see, line 19 should be a sum of line 15, 16, and 17. And line 16 should equal the expense.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
So bottom line, we have the right total number in the budget.
Yeah.
But we didn't, if anybody audits the numbers, there's just a
Yeah,
mismatch on the numbers.
I can fix that and send it.
Okay, I would suggest, yeah, to correct it, because if they copy the wrong line from the summary
Right.
sheet onto the omnibus, then
Yeah, yeah, I'll do that.
we'll be missing it. So that was the only thing I had seen, everything else was good, the labor was sitting at 4% increases, and, everything looked good. On the expenses. Sorry, Sam and, Andrea, any questions for
No,
Kathy?
I'm fine with it.
Okay,
okay, I make a motion that we approve the budget as we see it here for the town clerk, or recommend that it be approved.
I'll second that.
okay, so we have a motion, to approve the budget as submitted on these sheets for account 160 for town clerk. Any additional questions? Then a roll call vote, please.
Jerome Bezikas, yes?
Mark Hussey, yes?
Andrea Wood, yes?
Dan Grant, yes.
And Don Hayes, yes. So one change to be submitted just as backup documentation. Very good. Okay, the next item on the agenda as I had it is street listings. If we go to the summary.
Less
No.
elections, I
Oh.
think.
Elections.
Elections, I went out of order when I made my time. I did elections. in this
Did you
time.
wanted to ignore that one?
Yeah,
Yeah. 'cause
I would
wanted
like to
ignore it.
too.
No, I think we are good with the elections. We will make a statement here, that two of the members of the finance committee and one member's spouse work for, on the polls on that day, and so to avoid any appearance that we're voting money for ourselves or our family, we're going to abstain from voting on this.
you can discuss them, am I correct?
We should be able to discuss,
Mhm.
but the final vote will be for the remaining three members. And so because I pulled up street listing, we can go to elections. Get that up.
3 elections, huh?
3 or 4?
We need 4.
I thought it was 4.
No, 3. As we know it now, it's the state primary in September, the presidential in November, and the annual election in April.
As we know it now.
As we know it now.
Okay.
That's what I'm budgeting for.
Okay.
Sorry, it's kind of
So
like,
that makes everything double pretty much, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because of there's more elections, but it isn't even that. It's what the election is. We have so many ballots to send out in.
Oh, I'm looking at that now.
2
in the
weeks of
office
early-
supplies.
Yeah, 2 weeks of early voting,
Yeah,
for the presidential, a week for the primary is just, it's a lot.
163%.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
Mm,
We have no choice, though, right?
No, we
No, you
don't.
don't.
No.
So. All right, does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Anybody on the other side there? Andrea, you good with us?
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion that we approve the town clerk elections account 162 as written in the expense sheets we have here. Second, anyone?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have Dawn and Jerry that cannot vote, so we'll do a roll call vote.
Geraldine abstain.
yeah. Don Hayes abstain.
Mark Hussey, yes.
Andrea Wood, yes.
Sam Grant, yes.
Okay, we have the vote. It passed.
But we don't, but it's not a vote of the quorum.
Yes, there's three, right?
Right. So we'll have to, we can record the vote, but we have to place it on hold until we can vote.
Until Josh or Jean, I think we need a fourth
Yeah.
Oh, really?
for a quorum of.
Oh,
That's right,
not
'cause you
just
have a full board.
Kathy,
We haven't seen Jean.
Yeah, you have a full board, so you would need, four.
I'm
out
sorry, I
of
thought it was
7.
three.
Yeah,
Kathy,
4. Yes,
if they filed that, I forget what you call it, disclaimer about their involvement, their family involvement. If they file that with you, could they vote then?
you know what, I'm not even,
I was gonna say, Adam, I did check with Adam, town council, he did say,
you could,
yeah, if we file it and make sure it's known
okay.
like this, that we.
So what do we want to do? Call back on this and wait?
We can record the vote as it is, but, it can't pass because we don't have a quorum. So-
Okay.
So we
All right.
will put it on agenda just to follow up when we have a quorum.
Okay, so I stand corrected, it did not pass until we have the quorum.
No elections.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, something tells me we don't have the final.
If we could never get a quorum, I mean, if we could, if say we got stonewalled on this, and so did the selectmen, would your submittal, what would go on would your regular budget be submitted then to the town meeting warrant? For that article?
I think
Wouldn't,
it's a selectman budget that gets posted, not finance committee. So
yeah,
we would probably do with our recommendations and, sheet that goes with it, also supply why there was no vote on elections.
Well, she really doesn't have to explain or kowtow to them because she's a separate individual. She's not under, as an elected official,
Oh,
she's
Okay.
not under the board of select.
Mhm.
Disclosure.
Mm,
Mm, Okay, so maybe,
well, if they don't approve the budget, then it would have to be a special article.
right,
Well, if
yeah.
they don't, if
they
they
have to
don't
do it.
approve of it, all it can mean on the warrant is that they don't approve and they would put down a disapproval. They can't eliminate your budget. They don't have the power to do that.
I was told they did. That it's
Well,
the,
whoever told you was wrong.
and that's what I always
Okay.
thought what you said, but,
Yeah, well, that's maybe a good question for DLS that I can,
oh, yeah, DLS would
DLS.
be able to,
yeah,
yeah,
clarify.
Well, our job and the selectmen's job is to make recommendations on the budget. A recommendation is just an opinion. And now it was two against it, or two non-quorums, or whatever, two reasons why it wasn't recommended by someone, might go against you on the floor, and they might vote against it. But it's got to appear as you submitted it, because you're an elected official.
Can't Josh vote?
Josh can do it. It might be something to bring back at a 6 o'clock meeting.
Okay.
The 4 o'clocks are rather tough, so he was gonna try to make it.
All right.
so.
So we'll hold it to the.
We're doing that
6 o'clock
soon,
meeting.
I think.
Yeah,
Next Thursday?
next
Tuesday.
Tuesday, next Tuesday is this.
Is it
Tuesdays are
6?
the
Okay,
6th.
yeah, okay.
Tuesdays are the 6th.
Yeah, right.
And hopefully we don't have weather.
Oh, God, that's right.
It's-
So is
it's
that
not-
just the FinCom meeting? Do you want me to come to that meeting?
I don't think so. We have your input.
Okay.
into The budget, so we'd
Okay.
just be voting.
We pretty much
on the
voted
budget
on it
with.
already, so.
Okay, all right.
So I think we can revisit it without. Okay, so. Just going back to agenda, after elections is street list, so I think, street listings, 160 more.
Increase in postage and number of households.
And most of that is laborers with the gathering of the street listing,
It's the mailing and
the mailing of
yeah,
Um,
and the printing.
I wondered about the printing. And I know it's relatively close, and I don't know everything that's in the law that was just passed. I know there's a few things. What I read was that there might be some reductions in printing and filing requirements, but I don't know if you've heard anything yet.
No, I
If it was
haven't
part
heard
of the
anything about that.
Okay. There were lots of things in there, like the 5% surcharge on excise tax and the extra money that you can get for meals tax. the extra.
Oh, yeah,
So there was a whole host of things that went in this, and one section that just grouped, nothing specific. It just said reducing the burden on the towns for reporting requirements.
Oh.
So I didn't know if there was anything.
yeah, I hadn't heard anything.
Okay. Okay,
Interesting.
fair enough. So, I mean, it'd be good if there was, then we could reduce the budget line, but.
I
if
know,
there is,
I know. It just
Yeah,
seems
if we
to
don't
be
have-
going,
have it, we have to continue as is with the budget and maybe look at it as we go to FY '26 if there are.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Years ago, I don't know if it's still the law. We always put out oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Forget it. I had two things in my mind confused. I'm sorry.
No, the street listing was always good. We always, when my wife had the business, we would buy them for every town around, so that when somebody didn't know an address, we could look them up.
oh, good
Yeah.
idea.
Delivery, it's
Yep.
kind of like, so they're find them very helpful. So
Yeah.
it's kind of,
Yes.
And this includes the census too, in the street listing, because that's how you get the street listings from the census.
right, okay.
And that's the most expensive part of it.
And just a question, because I think I saw it the other day. Do we have some of the senior worker program people helping out so that some of the labor is reduced?
For this, no,
Okay,
because we send it out. We
Okay.
outsource it. For the
Okay.
census, we outsource it, and actually for the actual street listings.
okay,
And we used to have senior people come in and call. We're not allowed to do that. We need a signature.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Change it. Plus, with all the cell phones, it's very hard for people to know
Mhm.
what number to call.
Right, yeah.
Very difficult.
Yeah, no phone books either.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, it's kind of like, we can go off on technology on it.
I know.
Okay, do we have a motion to accept the street listings budget, 164?
I'll make the motion that we accept the street listing budgets.
I'll
I'll
second it.
second. Put down Jerry Lynn.
Okay,
I don't care.
if there's no additional questions or comments, a roll call vote to approve Town Clerk Street Listings budget.
Gerald Bazookas, yes?
Mark Hussey, yes.
Andrea Wood, yes.
Sam Grant, yes.
John Hayes, yes. And the budget passes as it stands. Okay, so next. We want to parking clerk.
Oh, you would give out parking tickets.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because of the, snow ban.
Oh, the snow
Yeah,
ban,
Yeah, the parking
okay.
ban for the snow, and sometimes a handicap or a fire lane they park in
Oh.
down at Hannaford,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but
You
maybe,
go down and write them, do you?
no, I just collect the money.
Okay, and this one, when I look at the labor sheet, it had the fiscal year 24 at $70, and it just didn't carry over to the summary sheet.
Yeah.
So there's
No
no
increase.
increase for the parking clerk will continue with the $70.
All right, I'll make the motion that we approve the town clerk, parking clerk, budget as shown.
Second,
There's no change.
Any additional questions, comments? None being heard, a roll call vote to pass the budget as submitted.
Gerald Bazookas, yes?
Mark Hussey, yes.
Andrea Wood, yes.
Sam Grant, yes.
John Hayes, yes. Thank you.
No change on registrars either, right?
Okay, again, it may be the same as the FY 24
And for
number.
me, it is.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
put that, but I'm pretty sure it is the same, I don't think there's any increase this year.
no, it doesn't matter. Is that up to them guys to see?
163. Trying to get there.
Oh, sorry.
That's my fault. There we go. I tried to cheat and it didn't work.
Cheat, never beat. Your mommy never told you that?
No, I saved it and it saved the selections and I had to
Oh,
redo it. So, okay, there's registrars in the summary and the worksheet. And again, the 2024 wages were the same, the 2,442. And it just didn't carry, it didn't, not carrying from one sheet to the other. So, again, no increase year over year from fiscal year 24 to 25. And we wanted to see the breakdown of the registrars by name. You've got that on the labor sheet. And there's no expenses listed with the
No,
registrars.
all right, I'll make a motion that we accept the registrar's budget as shown.
Second,
So, just so ready.
It's all right.
Any additional questions or comments? None being heard, we'll roll call vote, please.
Gerald Bazookas, yes?
Mark Hussey, yes.
Andrea Wood, yes.
Sam Grant, yes.
John Hayes, yes. Yep.
Variation, it's flat across the board.
Flat, same thing,
Yeah.
same as FY 24. There's the 151 again. Okay, so things things. Like I say, a couple of missing formulas and, okay, and again, no expenses listed, just look at the labor is just for the burial agent at Spofford, and the summary is updated with, now the FY '24 amount.
I have a question, though.
Yep.
I know this is an appointment from the Board of Health. If this position were to get a raise, would it have to come from the Board of Health?
Good question. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
You come out of their budget, right?
Oh,
no.
No,
No,
that's
you
your
don't,
budget.
so,
It's
Oh.
my budget,
Right.
but,
No, it
but if
doesn't
I
have-
didn't have it, it would revert back to the Board of Health, maybe?
I don't know,
Maybe you
it
can
seems
get
to me, I
yourself a-
read somewhere where they could appoint anyone to this position. It's just particularly convenient and has historically been consistent for the town clerk to fill this position.
And thank goodness, because everything is through a portal, and that means you have to have somebody else have access to the portal. Who knows?
Yeah, I agree. But I was curious if a raise came up, where would it come from, I guess?
I know when it was increased before, I just fill out the employee action form and submit it, and they've signed off on it. I mean, I think last year it might have been $4 or something
Mhm.
for the
Yeah,
year.
it was.
It was minimal.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't concerned about the
Oh, I-
amount, just the
I know
process.
that.
We're looking 2 years out.
I'll give the $4 back. Andrea.
I was gonna say, we're looking 2 years out.
Yeah,
So it's $8.
yeah,
No,
yeah, really.
More, there's an election in 2 years.
Yeah,
Right, I will make the motion that we approve the budget for the burial agent.
I'll second that.
Okay, Bridget, do we have any additional questions or comments on it? None being heard, a roll call vote, please.
Carolyn Bezikas, yes?
Mark Hussey, yes?
Andrea Wood, yes?
Sam Grant, yes.
Don Hayes, yes. Okay,
all right. You all set with me?
all your budgets, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
So just,
I'll update them because I noticed on quite a few of them, they don't have the
24.
24
Yeah.
numbers there.
Yeah.
So they probably didn't carry over from the other
Mhm.
sheets
Yeah.
or something, so I
Yeah.
can update those and send them, resend them.
Okay, that's all. It's at this point just because, again, where are they gonna come up with the numbers for the omnibus budget?
Yeah.
Because they do put the FY '24
Yeah,
in there, so.
yeah. Well, and that way it's
completeness of
transparent to
record.
the people too,
It
with
is,
the
yeah.
increases and
Mhm, right.
that
Well,
type
that's
of-
one less thing you have to explain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
You guys have a nice evening,
And you too.
long evening.
Long evening.
Maybe we'll do it from home so I can take a nap.
There you
There
go.
you go.
I gotta go feed the dog. Somebody's gotta eat.
Yeah, and.
Yeah.
Your jewelry for the dog is nice.
Gotcha.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
There's a reminder for everybody that dog licenses are due, contact the town clerk. Okay, next item on there was to review the budget. I did not have anybody scheduled to come in Tuesday or Thursday next week. We can just continue looking at the budgets as they were submitted and come up with questions for departments. But it would be good for us to have a list. Do we want to do
Yeah.
like a big budget and medium, but medium, a large budget, a medium budget, and a small budget for each of the upcoming? And that would be like fire on one, land use.
For us to review?
For us to review.
Yeah, we could look at it, I think, yeah.
And next Thursday, I would say we'll invite Eric in because at 4 o'clock, it's more likely to be there. On a Tuesday, when the selectmen aren't meeting, he's probably not gonna be in the building at 6 o'clock.
So he can answer some of my.
So he's gonna have we're gonna have questions, he's gonna submit MIS or, all of the budgets that, Board of Selectmen are responsible for.
Technology and stuff.
Yeah, the technology, and,
All right.
some of the, yeah.
When do we discuss, capital plan?
We gotta have one more meeting, right?
Right,
Mm,
And,
there's a lot of, things that came up the other night at the selectmen's meeting, I thought.
yeah.
So we're gonna have one more meeting.
We're gonna, and then that should end it, then we can dissolve for the year,
Then we can talk.
and then we can better talk about it, right? Yeah, and I thought she was gonna say, I didn't get anything yet, maybe I missed it. She was gonna try to get us one real quick.
Okay, I didn't see it, so.
No, I know one of the items that was presented on Tuesday night for capital plan was for the Council on Aging.
Oh, yeah, did they figure out what's going on with that?
At this point, I think they were talking about 2 potential temporary locations for it.
For what, the DAV and the Council on Aging?
Right, yeah.
You don't know where they were, do you?
I think one was the shed here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking one was a bay at the central station.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Well, not the old one, the
the new one,
the new fire, yeah.
really?
Really?
Huh, that'd be nice, interesting, but nice.
It would be interesting, and they are plowed out early, so it would also be very convenient.
Hmm.
Right.
I believe those were the 2 locations that they.
Well, I'm just glad they got a place on it, hopefully.
Right.
for both
I mean,
of them.
the other part that one of the items that I thought we were considering is potentially future going out to bid for a solar panel array at senior center. And if we-
That got changed though, right? We were just gonna do
It
the
was
police
pulled off. It was
station.
just the police station,
Yeah.
but they were gonna continue to
Mhm.
look at the other. So
Right.
if the solar panel could be erected,
Incorporated with a roof.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of,
Well, it couldn't be on the police station because of the activity. It
right,
would have to be in the,
Right,
right. But at the senior center in the back of the parking lot.
correct, yeah.
It's kind of
erect
like
a canopy and do that.
a canopy, put the trucks.
I think that would be a great idea.
It was kind of like, and
Yeah.
so, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, that you've got the electricity or the solar for the senior center. And that,
At
I don't
town
know.
meeting, did we vote to put the solar panel on the police station?
no, it's in the back over the parking area, I believe.
And we did, okay, I didn't,
Yeah, and they're
I
gonna put a
remembered it was
canopy.
over there, but I didn't remember exactly where.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's for the police, and I understand that, but I'm thinking if we're gonna continue to roll up,
Continue
program.
on, yeah.
is there a way to combine that?
That's a good idea.
Well, it's a good idea until they have to be replaced.
Right, or
That's
after,
true about
when
everything.
the contract is up, but
Yeah.
if it's a raised structure to begin with that they put them on, then it's a re-roof, it's a re-roof more than building.
Right, more than starting over again, sure.
So,
So,
it's-
because it keeps being sold as being, sort of free, and you just make money off of it. But there's a lot more to consider when doing that than just than is superficially apparent.
No, exactly, it's kind of like some of those questions that people were asking when it was on, I think it was on the special town meeting warrant, that they were asking that question, what happens when the useful life of the panels goes, or the contract ends, because I think it was only a 25-year. I don't even know if it was 25 years now. It was.
The panels
It was a-
themselves generally last about 20 years.
Mhm. So we want to
So we will have Eric on Thursday,
Yeah, we'll have Eric on Thursday.
and we're meeting Tuesday at 4.
Tuesday is 6 o'clock, so.
Oh, Tuesday at 6, I'm
Tuesday at
sorry, yes,
6.
yes.
And Thursday at 4.
Okay, so Tuesday we'll just discuss budgets within the
Hey.
omnibus.
I think so, yeah. It's kind of like, we haven't seen the omnibus yet. And just so that it's clear, I did have the conversation with Eric because we're seeing the spreadsheets. The ClearGov did not go as anticipated last year. And you can't have 2 consecutive years for the grant that
Mhm.
provided it.
Okay.
So this year is spreadsheets again, for sure. So,
Okay. So will we have that Tuesday, do you think?
we'll see. I don't know, don't know what Eric's workload is. I can check with him tomorrow or.
Yeah.
And see if he thinks he'll have the full omnibus, but in the meantime, we can.
We'll have the sheets like this?
We'll have these sheets,
Yeah.
and then when the omnibus
Okay.
is in, as we voted, we'll go back and I'll do that compare that I had done.
And the sheets you sent me in the zip file, they're up to date, right? You sent them just
Everything-
last week.
Yeah,
Okay,
with the exception of now Kathy's.
sure, yeah, that's
Change
fine,
hers.
that's fine, okay.
And I thought Kathy had updated one, but that has to be updated again. That was the one where the expenses lines didn't match.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
So that one will be replaced too.
okay.
So it is only Kathy's at this point that are being redone.
Right.
So, and it's like trying to think, the big ones are fire and police.
Right.
And see where they are, but, I think fire came in separate on its own, so the police is included in that big batch. So maybe Tuesday it's the fire and then land use pieces. We'll see.
Okay, which Tuesday are we talking about now?
Tuesday, the 13th.
The 13th, it's fire? Is that what you said?
Police.
Yeah.
And when is Gary coming in?
We don't have anybody scheduled yet.
We're just gonna
yeah.
view the budget like this by ourselves with the
Oh,
police.
first? Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, unless the omnibus is, and then we can do that too. but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, we may be looking at those pieces. And in the meantime, we'll try to get the BVA report so we can, as we
See where we're
see
at.
side by side,
Yeah,
where are we at, other
Yeah.
numbers,
That'd be really helpful, yeah.
we can look side by side at that.
Now, are we meeting on the 20th?
I believe that's the selectmen meeting. So we're 13 and 27 on Tuesdays.
13 and 27, yeah. The selectmen's meeting is, oh, okay, so we don't have to go to that?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then, so we are on Thursdays, 8, 15, 22, and 29.
8:15. Oh,
Yeah, so we're doing weekly on Thursday.
So it's the 15th to the 22nd.
Yeah, 8, 15, 22, and then 29.
29.
15, 22, and 29 possibly.
And those are all 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So Thursdays are at 4 o'clock, and we were open and able to get those with the TCAM and the Zoom meetings.
Okay.
And again, for Andrew and Sam, the Zoom meeting link is the same for those next meetings as the one today. They did a recurring meeting function on it, so they were able to use the same Zoom call for all those meetings. So it'll
But it's
be,
still gonna be posted for the meeting date, correct?
it will also be posted for the meeting dates as we
Okay.
get closer and get the actual, agenda prepared. We'll put that on the.
Are we meeting with the selectmen again at all?
There's gonna be likely 2 meetings with the
Saturday.
selectmen.
Okay, do we know when they're gonna be?
Saturday, March 9th is the definite, that's the, budget summit.
Oh, March 9th, okay, I've got that.
And they have not given me a date for the,
Excellent.
now that the two schools will have presented, they wanted to have that meeting, the joint meeting is to discuss the 2 schools' budget and the ARPA funding. where we are.
We usually two schools, what do you think?
North Middlesex and Neshoba Valley.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So they
Is
initially-
anybody from the finance going to the meeting with the Board of Selectmen in North Middlesex tonight?
I am,
Yes,
yes.
I will be there also. And sorry, Teresa, I didn't see you come in and you probably didn't hear my announcement. Yeah, so, we plan to be there and I believe Mark may.
I'll join remotely.
Are you gonna be there, Teresa?
Yes.
If we're able to join remotely, I'll be there as well.
Okay, I'll
I don't know
send
if
that.
they have that option.
I thought they mentioned that Tuesday night.
And there is a
It-
Zoom link, there is a Zoom link in the, posting on the
Oh,
webpage.
there is? Okay.
Okay, we have a skeleton for an agenda on the 13th. The meetings we've discussed. The rest, and I guess I would entertain a motion to adjourn at 4:51.
Make the motion that we adjourn at 4:51.
And we have
Second,
second by Jerry. Roll call vote.
Sharon Bezikas, yes?
Mark Hussey, yes?
Andrea Wood, yes?
Sam Grant, yes?
Hayes, yes. We stand adjourned and